Folks, it is Sunday, July 31st. We have had another flood in the garden. So we're going to go down and take a look at it and film it and hope that it isn't as bad as we think it is, because this time, this flood yesterday was much worse than what we had last year. So we thought we would film it, take you along the way, and we will see what came out of it. Here's the Foosters. We're going to take a little tour here of the flood damage. You can kind of see the hayfield where the creek crested and came up over and went right into the corn. And here's Sammy.
But the corn is doing okay.
Yeah.
For some reason, it seemed to be not badly affected. Now, what you see broke down was done weeks ago in a windstorm.
Yeah.
That was the major blessing of this flood. It just rained like hell. We got Mr. Bouldridge at church today said we got 5 inches of rain in about 2 hours. So, but no wind.
Yeah.
If it had been wind, see right where I'm standing here, water was up to my knees yesterday.
Yes, it was.
And I wish we'd have brought the camera down here, because Bruce and Dolly made the most of it. You know, they were like little kids at the swimming pool, bouncing around like little weirdos, like, you know, jumping, hopping, running, laying down it. But, you know, that just showed me that, you know, there's some fun things in even a bad situation. And I did get discouraged and a bit pissed off, but you know what? I can do that all I want to, but that in no way stops one drop of rain from falling. So I might as well just smile and go calmly on, because the situation is going to remain. So we're going to go around and look at various things, and Lord help us, Deborah, we ain't checked out the watermelon patch yet, but for what we've seen, it don't look good. There was lots of water, but I don't know about the melons. So we'll go check it out. And we'll walk around and try to make sense of this and see what we got to do to somehow recover somewhat. So let's do that.
Here's how it pushed up the debris along the corn.
Yeah, this came out of the creek.
Yeah.
And you know what? I bet it in some way is going to add fertility to this land.
Yeah.
But it'd be better if this happened in the winter.
That's true.
But what are you going to do, right? You say, Sam, why don't you grow your stuff somewhere else? My answer is, where?
Yeah, this is a perfect flat area. But you can see how it pushed it up against the corn.
And it might not flood for 10 more years. I mean, it had been, well, last year it flooded 3 times, but before that it hadn't flooded in at least 10 years. So I don't know. You know, I know some of you are going to say, climate change, climate change. Well, come here in January. It'll have changed a lot from now.
That's right.
But you can look over here and see where it came through the hayfield. And you know what that means? That means more work for me, because it left logs and crap in the hayfield that I got to clean out so Jim doesn't mess up his hay bine.
Oh, but one thing, blackberry pickers, the blackberries were unaffected. We need pickers.
Yeah, we need blackberry pickers. The blackberries, the grapes, the kiwis are fine.
Yeah.
The corn is fine.
Yeah, the corn is fine.
I mean, it looks a little raggedy, but it's okay.
Okay, let's move on.
Deborah, this is your watermelon patch. I don't know, it might recover, but look at all the potential that was in there.
Yeah, we even had some melons.
It might recover.
It might.
I don't know.
At least what's under there might.
We'll see what it does. I've seen wonderful things happen.
Maybe this will be the Lazarus watermelon patch in honor of Deborah.
And see it knock down our peppers.
Yeah, knock the peppers over.
These I can stand back up and clean off. They'll probably make it.
Oh, it's just disgusting.
And trashed our sunflowers, some of them.
Some of them.
Yesterday afternoon, when I came in, I had this place looking perfect.
It did.
And now it's all effed up.
We're moving along. Here's some of the pepper plants. Sam says he can stand them back up. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I got to hack up those sunflowers. The tomatoes got some damage, just at this end a little bit. I can stand that back up and clean them out. That'll be probably one of the first things I do.
You can see where it took out some of the sunflowers.
And beyond that, we got black-eyed peas. They're okay.
There's okra. It looks pretty good. It looks okay.
Yeah, we'll get some okra. It's okay. It just makes a...
And what about over here?
Over here we got winter squash.
Hmm.
You can see the feed sacks
Yep.
that I used on the tomatoes. This might recover. We'll be coming back to this as time moves along. So...
And keep in mind that a lot of the sediment from the creek is on there, so it looks like it's covered with dirt.
Yeah, it is covered with dirt.
Yeah, it's just...
And leaves and other assorted foods.
But the sun is shining brightly and it's warm, so maybe we're being optimistic.
It might recover.
Mm-hmm.
The pole beans will not. They're done.
Oh, let's go take a look. Oh, I see. The pole beans that were growing on this fence, it tore the fence down. Wow.
But the cucumbers are okay.
But Jennifer, the cucumbers are okay.
And I expect Marcy's sweet corn will recover.
It might come back up.
And it tore up the sorghum. There's logs and everything else in there.
Might get a little bit of sorghum out of there, but not much.
But one of the main reasons I was growing that was that land needs organic matter, and it's got it now. It was perfect yesterday.
Yes, it was.
At this time. Things
Wow.
can change quickly. Be thankful for what you got. I might try to stand this back up. I have to get the tractor here to do it, but...
I can help you. We can see what happens.
But this corn should recover.
Mm-hmm. It's not that tall yet that maybe it won't. This is the sweet corn, so the Silver King.
Are done for the most part.
Oh, my lima beans. Oh, I love lima beans. Oh.
Basically, what we got is a Class A mess.
Yeah. Yep, and what's this here? Is this the winter squash?
Winter squash.
Yeah.
This might recover. We'll keep an eye on this. It might.
And this is kind of why we're filming this, because we want to take a look and, see what happens, see if anything comes back. I'm hoping the watermelons do.
Today, job one is tomatoes, and then if I have time, I'll see if I can stand this back up. I might get the tractor out here and pull it up and pound it. I don't know. And I got to clean out all that foose in there. You can see how high the water was. See all that foose down there?
Yep. Just bent these things over. Unbelievable. We're going to have to invest in some really strong fencing or something to keep them.
Why do you keep growing stuff down there?
But it's a great place.
It is a great place.
Wow, it just put all that foosty stuff up against my lima beans. Oh. It looks like the Fooster swimming hole has gotten a little wider. And
it was really wide yesterday evening.
Yeah, it was. You could see where the grasses. It's kind of hard to film with the sun beating down. Where the grasses are all mushed one way. We're going to take a walk to the bamboo forest and see if we find some of our squash in there. But this, every time we have a major storm, it seems like this gets rearranged and configured. But the Foosters don't care. See, Bruce loves the water.
Bruce can get the most out of a water feature.
That's right. And then there's Dolly.
And they were doing this, it was a lot closer to the house yesterday.
I'm about to go in there with them.
All right, let's go look around.
This is what we call the little bottom. And you can see everything's headed that way.
There was water up to my knees flowing through here yesterday.
Yeah, with a current.
But you know what? When this comes back, it's going to be some of the prettiest grass you ever wanted to see. Because all in here, it has gathered foose out of the river.
True.
And that's nutrients. You know, like in ancient Egypt, when they rely on the Nile flooding to maintain the fertility of their land. Well, it works here too. It'd be better if it came, like in February, but what are you going to do? I'm not in charge of those things. But we're going to go down to where the bamboo is and see if we can find some squash.
Okay. We got fish in our path.
We got fish in the hayfield.
Yeah, and little water bugs. Gosh, there's a bunch of them. Oh my goodness. Poor thing.
Well, it's going to fertilize the land.
I know, but Aw.
Well, the summer squash is a traveling vegetable. It traveled almost a quarter of a mile, and here it is. Look. See? There's squash in the bamboo.
Oh my goodness, it's all in there.
This one's good to eat. See, it's back up in there.
Uh-huh.
This is all the food.
Oh my goodness.
But I remember yesterday standing on the porch watching the squash plants set sail. And look here.
Oh my goodness, that
There's
great
your
big...
squash plant.
Oh. Oh.
It traveled almost a quarter of a mile.
Traveled to church with us, the good stuff, and now the stuff that got away traveled down to the bamboo
That's
forest.
not a total loss.
No. There's the bamboo. We have lots of bamboo. Sammy said he planted this from a 5-gallon bucket like 20 years ago, and now it's just taken over. But it's really cool because I'm getting off subject
Now, see,
here.
this is all...
Wait a minute. It's got an alcove in here. Isn't that cool? All right, I'm coming.
See, this is all the mulch I put down for the peppers and the squash and everything.
Yeah.
Look how tidy it is. I can come back here and get it.
Yeah, you could.
And I will. Because I got to put it back on that and the peppers and the tomatoes.
Oh, Sammy.
'Cause here I thought I was going to have an easy week because I had everything. I was up to date on just about everything. And now I'm back worse than the start. But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I could sit on my tuchus and watch TV all the time, but we don't have TV.
Anything else you want to say before we close this one out?
Give thanks to the Lord, because He's good.
And we are blessed.
And we are. We are definitely blessed. I mean, it sucks ass, but it's not the worst thing that can happen because it's not like getting a phone call hearing one of your kids are in a car wreck or you get a bad report from the doctor or something like that. This is not a problem. It's a few squash in the bamboo. I mean, try again next year.
Have
Let's
a good
go.
day.